Hiya again folks, video 10 I believe, just on the front panel switches here. Can you see all that down there? It's really at this side on these wafers that it's really bad. Move out of the way, will you please? Will you please move out of the way? We can't get to see it, but it's really bad down there folks. It's really bad, stand by. Hi again folks, hope you can see alright with the sun blaring through the workshop window here today. Beautiful. And it's 10 to 5 PM. Anyway, as you can see, I've put front off now and what have you, and you can see some of all this blowtorch here. Can you see some of that all the way around the squelch control here? Oh, and all and band switches, they were just so bad I've had to take it all off. And it's because I think a lot of people start by just not preparing wire right before soldering, etc. That's a lot of what people's problems are. They don't prepare wire right before they actually start to solder it to whatever they're going to solder it to, and they tend to put 6 ton of solder on, you know, 6 ton of solder on. Don't know why it's necessary. So as you can see, and by the way folks, they're very, very delicate, those. I'm sure some of you know. Them lugs just break off for fun. If you need any, or your lens is scratched, they use these on many unit-end radios. And if the lens is scratched at all, give us a shout. We happen to have quite a few. We happen to have quite a few. And they'll be in good condition. Can I show you some back frame as well? You know. So if you want one, I'll send you one like that. You're going to have to pay for it. Of course you're going to have to pay for it. And anyone that might want a channel selector for a Cobra 148, let me know. We've got some still in stock. You'll have a job getting one. Work perfect with the digital readout, of course. Anyway, so now it's just a matter of now is I'll get rid of all this solder off here. Get all this wire all tinted and prepared, ready for solder, and then we'll move to the next stage, okay? Hi ladies and gentlemen, good evening. We're getting into the solder here. I'd like you to introduce a friend of mine. You've never met him before. Hey, good evening anyway. We're here and we're live and direct. And we're getting rid of some solder here, okay? Just stand by. Oh, there's a bit stuck under. Right, now then we'll just give that now a little bit of a little bit of braid now. Now stand by now. Exhibit F 22966226. Stand by here. Now we'll just give that a little bit of a wipe over there. Oh, that's nice. That's lovely there, folks. Right, I'll show you them in close up now. Stand by. Okay, take 7229. Can you see that there, folks? So they should look when you're ready for soldering them. Okay. Now when you're ready. Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you can see a little bit of flicker there on your screen there, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You see, I'm not an octopus. I'm not an octopus, okay? And ladies and gentlemen, I can't show you 6 million soldering skills like this. I can't show you them. We need to make loads of videos literally just on soldering alone. Anyway, but we can basically show you some basic skills, okay? Different types of irons, you need different tips. If you're soldering something near a metal surface, obviously that metal surface that metal surface will take the heat of the iron away if you're not using enough not enough iron. So if you want PL259s on RG213 type coax, Exhibit F's brilliant, but you have to make sure you don't get it too hot because it'll ruin the plug. But a nice on and off trigger with something like that, what we call a fierce type thing, but it must never be allowed near a radio. This is your normal conventional type iron that most public uses with a tip on like that. Okay, believe it or not, I know it's fruit magnifier there, you see, but that's an 18 watt Antex, an 18 watt Antex. Is it? Can you see it there? And that's just a normal tip what folk use. But for radio, in my opinion, Exhibit F229/6 is what I like to use. This is an Antex again, and I can't see what amperage she is. Hang on a minute. I can't see it. They call it Antex Precision Series, but I can't see what oh, 12 watts. 12 watts it says, 12 watts. And it's just virtually like a point at the end, okay? It's just a point at the end. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I tint the wire of one of the wires, just one of the wires on this radio, okay? And then from that point on, I want you to assume that nearly all the wires that I put to every switch, I did it the roughly same way, because I did, apart from them that have two connected to them. So I'll show you how to prepare the wire, and then you like them, aren't you? So you're like, wait now, you see, I've got plenty of different types of irons, folks, but I just can't show you them because you don't use all them types of irons all the time. You only have to pull, portable irons, gas irons, this, that and other, temperature controlled irons. But depending on what you're doing, you have to have the iron that you need, that's all. So we only see these, I think I've got about 4 or 5 soldering irons in the workshop here. Rest of them are out of my way. You just don't need them until you really need them. Anyway, take 7229. Well, hello again, folks. So here I am now, right? So I've got the, this is just any wire, it's not from the radio, it's just a piece of wire. Pair of side cutters here, okay? And let's just say I want to get this wire ready, okay? I don't snip all the way through there with my side cutters, it's hard to do actually on camera. But I just snip a little bit into one corner and like nick it, then drag it through my hand, okay? But that's still no good. I need to twist it, okay? And I just hold it and then twist the back of it until you end up with Exhibit F227, I think it is that, right? And then in my case I'm going to have to hold the solder in my hand, but I wouldn't normally do that, I'd just rest roll it side of me, but can you see that there? Okay? And now, this I think's a secret, ladies and gentlemen. What I like to do here is, I like to just get me soldered and rest it either underneath the wire or above the wire, usually above in this case. Gravity does all the rest for you. So I come up with my iron, and the first thing I do is I touch the solder first, right, and that just puts a right little lick. There's something, by the way, to catch that drop of solder underneath. And I just put a right little lick then on the end of my iron, okay, and then I just run it along like that. Now then I put my iron away and I just crop the excess off like Exhibit 227, and now it's soldered right to where I want, right to the very end. And as long as I'm fast putting the wire into either the hole, wherever it needs to go. Do you want me to do that again? Just do that again. Just come up there, just nick it a little bit, pull it, give it a twist, like Exhibit 227, come up with one solder, and just get it's a bit tricky because I'd normally have it on roll, you see. And just let the heater. Don't keep your iron on for too long, because if you do, you'll melt the cable. Right. Exhibit F. Okay, and then why it's ready then? It's ready. You're ready to put it to anywhere you want then, aren't you? Okay, carry on, carry on.